I transitioned into this industry a number of years ago. I had a previous career. And the story that I'm about to tell you drastically impacted my life and made me want to get into this industry. You see, there's a couple that I knew. I've known them pretty well through the years. He did everything society told him he was supposed to do. Graduated from college, had a chance to go to Harvard for his MBA, but turned that down, went into the military because he wanted to serve his country. When he got out of the military, he went into the corporate world. Started working up his way up the ladder in the corporate world. But then he decided, you know what? I can make more of an impact on people's lives if I get into teaching. So he got into teaching, got into education. He actually taught in the inner cities. He set a couple people onto the MBA. Started a family, got a mortgage, bought a life insurance policy, got some credit card debt, and when he retired, he had a pension. Then a number of years later, he ended up getting diagnosed with cancer. But being the guy that he was, big, strong guy, fought it off, and through the years, he saw many of his friends pass away from cancer. 5 years ago, the cancer returned, and this time, he wasn't able to fight it off. I knew this guy pretty well, but over the years, this guy never wanted to talk about money or his finances. You know any of these jokers? You know, the type of people who are more interested in what team is playing on the weekend, following their favorite team, or doing more research on the 42-inch television set or their video games that they're going to buy, instead of actually sitting down and mapping out their financial goals. When you ask them how much life insurance they have, you get the answer, I don't know, I got something through work. Or when you ask them, when was the last time they sat down with somebody to discuss their financial goals? You know what, my husband makes those decisions. Or, you know what, I don't have time because I got to take the kids to soccer practice. Or, I got to do the Christmas shopping. This man I'm telling you about made millions of dollars over his course of his years of working. He wasn't a millionaire, but when you stretched out the number of years that he worked, he made millions of dollars. And towards the end of his life, all he wanted to do was take care of his wife, just like he did throughout his years. But towards the end, for the first time, I saw fear in his eyes when he started to come to the realization of where he was at. He did everything that society told him he was supposed to do. Worked hard, served his country, got a pension, went to church every Sunday. Total assets after 50 plus years of working. He had about $20,000 in some various investments, and he could only leave his wife a fraction of his pension. You see, the traditional mortgage companies kept on coming back and encouraged him to refinance. So the house that he bought in 1968 for $10,000 was he now owed several hundred thousands on. The term life insurance policy that he bought from a term insurance company, when he was went through some struggles financially, he stopped paying the premiums, couldn't use his IRA to help out with that, and shortly after that was diagnosed with cancer. Couldn't get any more life insurance. Thank you for my term and life insurance. Had to liquidate some of his savings throughout the years to support his family. And he arrived at the end of his life knowing that he could no longer take care of his wife and tell her that he could take care of her. Through the years, no one was knocking at his door offering financial education or financial advice because, see, he never had a lot of liquid assets to invest. I knew this guy pretty well because he was my dad. Now, I often think, now what if somebody managed his money correctly? Maybe talk to him more about proper protection. Help them set up maybe a personal pension account so that he didn't have to worry about relying on the government or anyone else. Educated him about some investment strategies so that he had some peace of mind. Now, I chose to get into this industry because of the impact that I can have on somebody's life. And I have to tell you that story I just told you is not that uncommon. I can't tell you how many people are relying strictly on Social Security for their retirement plan. And I have to tell you, if you're under 50, good luck with that. Now, I deal in all areas of financial planning. But I want to close with this thought. No matter where you are financially, do not let fear, embarrassment, shame of your current situation let you procrastinate or stop you from putting a plan in place for your financial future. Because the saddest moment you'll have is when you look back on your life and say, I wish I had, instead of, I'm glad I did. I'm Toastmaster.
Again.